So it's me again with this dragon puppet. I wanted to show you, I did quite a bit of work on the head yesterday. Before, when you would open the mouth, you could see all the way back, and you could see my hands and all of the mechanisms on the inside, even though the mechanisms weren't done. But I have since, especially if you look at him from the side, I've since blocked that all off and made the entire inside of his mouth all nice and pink. He's got the flaps on the side like a lot of the dinosaurs used to have, so that it looks like skin. And when he opens his mouth, all you're going to see in the back is pink. And I used a satiny like material so it looked wet. So that's part of what I did yesterday. The other part of what I did is I worked on the inside. Now you have to remember, my original piece was meant as a mask, not as a puppet. So the entire inside of the head was hollow. There was nothing to hold on to, nothing to touch, nothing to balance this. So to each side, first I put in all of the eye mechanisms, which this little thing right here that you can see, if you put your hand in there, and there's a little lever right there and my fingers resting on it, if you pull that, that is what makes the eyes blink. I'm having trouble keeping this focused, but that's what makes the eyes blink. So my hand rests right here inside this, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to need something a little sturdier than this strap, but that'll come in a bit. But then this piece of wood here is a stabilizing piece, keeps the skull stable, and it's a hand rest. So this is where most of the weight is going to be as I control the puppet. This bottom piece here was a happy serendipitous accident. If you look at this bottom piece, all you have to do is your hand is slipped in here. If you push on it with your thumb, it's going to work the jaw. And right now this is hard to do with just one hand, but you push on this and the jaw is going to open. Now there's a spring right here that's supposed to close it, but I've stretched the spring out. I'm going to have to replace the spring. So the spring will close the jaw, and just pushing on this wooden flap is going to open it. So that's how the inside mechanism is working. And I need to find something here to put my hand in so that the whole of the weight can rest on it. And that is the interior of the mask. Then as I finish up the last of the details, I'm going to put a skirt around this backside edge so that it'll overlay the body as it comes in. And there's two snaps up here, here and here, that I'm going to add a third one in the bottom to this white chin so that the body will snap into here so it won't come loose. And then there'll be a skirt around here made of the same material that covers the face of this green fur. So it's going to cover the seam where the body is going to come into the head. So you won't ever see my hand, you won't ever see my arm, and it'll look like one continuous piece. So there is my sweet dragon. She's coming along. Just don't ask to look at my house. It's a freaking disaster. But the dragon is cool.